I'm Dr. Erandi from Plantation, Sri Lanka. Today I'm going to explain you about Ayurveda and its relation to health. Ayurveda is a holistic health concept. It's coming from Veda, the ancient Indian knowledge. There are four written popular Veda like major Veda, Rig, Yajur, Sama and Atharva. Ayurveda is like a sub branch from Atharva Veda, which is more into the human body and its exploring human body. So Atharva Veda is the origin from Ayurveda. Ayurveda starts from connecting humans to the nature, but also giving analysis about what is our body, how it works, what are the forces that works in the body, mind, how we grow, how we get old, how we get sick, and what to do not to get there. uh, for example, like preventing your body getting aged as you truly are. You might be 80 but you don't look like that, simply like that. It all comes from the roots of the health, like what nourishes the body, what you need to do to maintain that nourishment, and the cleansing is a major concept in Ayurveda. So Ayurveda defines human health, the swastha means healthy, balanced state of the health. It says when a person is physically, mentally, spiritually balanced, and the person's um, dosha, dhatu, mala, indriya, they are pleasant indriya. When all these things are working in harmony, in its optimal state, that person can be called as healthy. Samadosha, Samagnishta, Samadhatu Malapriya, Prasanna Atma Indriya Manak, Swastya Ityabhidiyate. So, to be called Swastha, you have to have all these aspects. Dosha is a basic concept of Ayurveda. It simply starts with the five basic elements. In the modern science, they say when you break down the material, any matter, you find three basic different molecules: electron, proton, neutron. Same way, Ayurveda finds the five basic elements. So there are five. When we break down anything material, your body, my body, this chair, anything material, when you break it down, you will find five different um, forces, elements. There's earth, water, fire, air, and space. These are the five basic elements. It doesn't come in the more practically used. It's not the terminology that we use the most. It's the three dosha. Three dosha comes from the five basic elements. So we have earth and water together quite equally makes kapha dosha, and then we have water with fire, but fire is dominating. Fire dominant with water combination makes pitta. Air and space, the lightest two elements makes vata. So now we are talking more in the three dosha terms than five elements, but five element is the base of three dosha. We have kapha dosha, which is heavy, solid, moist, sticky, creating the structure, gives potential energy, but it is a little bit heavy, the heaviest out of the three, and it creates congestion very easily, accumulation. Kapha is the earthy nature that gives strength, potential energy, but it holds into either it is emotions, if it is hormones, water retention, extra weight, easy to gain, because kapha's nature is you attract, you keep. It can be it's not necessarily a bad thing, like when it comes to the emotional side or like the social aspect, kapha person is the one that keeps the harmony, like the mother in the family that gives love and care and take care of everything and nourishing, giving the food and love, that is kapha. So it's not always a bad thing, you just have to know how to maintain. How I always see it in the text, there's no good dosha or bad dosha, like we all are. no one is perfectly good, no one is perfectly like really bad. We have all the weaknesses, strengths, we have to maintain, like let our good things shine, and our weaknesses we have to be aware, monitor, and maintain. So that is what we are going to talk with the whole concept of Ayurveda, maintaining the balance. So kapha is like that. Kapha builds the structure. It can cause certain imbalances like congestion, phlegm, so heavy, blocked. That's kapha imbalances. When it is balanced, kapha gives kindness, love, friendship, and strength, and it comes with the beauty. Good skin, strong and healthy hair, beautiful eyes, nicely aligned body, teeth. Oh, so it's beautiful, it's nourishing, it's rich, it's bit sensitive. Couple people's mind can be little bit keeping everything, hard to let go, hard to give, and they go downwards a little bit, get depressed, sad, and worry and cry. They are like structured people, so if they put their mind into it, they might take time, learn slow, but they keep it almost like forever. So their memory is slow to intake, but they keep it. When they plan, they stick to the plan. They're structured people, can be a little bit strict, like they can't really change their mind. That's kapha. Then we have the pitta. Pitta is the fiery nature. So you have fire dominating everything. You can see the fire. Good appetite, good metabolism, uh, strong, like the leader. They want to take over. They want to. They're right. So I'm right. Do this. I know this. That's their nature, but it's not always wrong. Their intellect is quite powerful. They can plan. They can design. They are good, like smart. Intellectual capacity is high. So they are actually, the decision making is comparatively correct, but they can be clouded with the anger, ego, aggression. So they are the things that blocks that consciousness, that clarity of the mind. But if you are a pitta person, you should know that um, I am, yes, I have the intuition, I know it, but I always have to present it in a more flexible, calm way, that other peoples won't feel offended or hurt. So that's the mind side of the pitta person. You are right, but you have to be gentle and nice and peaceful. Then you can bring your mental strength into more productive and more harmonious way. In the body, pitta has metabolism and digestion, all the fiery things, all the biochemical reactions, hormonal, enzymal, all the cellular activities maintained by pitta. If you have good pitta, your metabolism is good, but it can come in a disadvantage, because they normally don't gain weight easily, because then they think that I have a good appetite, I can eat a lot, and I don't need to worry about what I am eating. Normally nowadays, health concern, at least let's say these days in modern, they normally concern health as the look, the appearance. Like if you don't gain weight, it doesn't come visually, it's okay. So because you have a good appetite and good metabolism, you can eat a lot. You should not complicate it with eating bad food. So moderate and eat healthy, and be concerned about your mind. Then you can get the best out of pitta nature. Vata is the force that comes with the two lightest elements, air and space. Looks like nothing, but it is the master dosha. It is the most powerful dosha, because it is responsible of the sensory side of the human body, sensation and movement, literally like the nervous system plus more, not just the nervous system. So you see, you hear, you talk, your mind, it's like the brain functions, all the movement of the muscles will be coordinated by vata. If there's no vata, you will not be functioning. You will be just a structure but no functions. So vata is very important and it is very sensitive. Vata people are more like light, like its basic elements. Light bodies, active. It can be like hyperactive if they don't really understand their strength and weakness. So they are like a machine that is designed to move fast, but it's not very strong. So you need to give breaks, take care of it, oil it, maintain properly, and do not overuse. That is the thing to watch. And vata can be very multitasking. So if you overuse that multitasking purpose, you might deteriorate your mental capacity. You might degenerate faster. That is simply vata. Vata people don't have a very good appetite. They everything is like wind. It varies. Some days good appetite, sometimes no appetite. Sometimes you feel like eating, sometimes you don't feel like eating. So should not be mixing these sensations with your cravings or desire. You have to know that you have a small compartment and not too strong. So you fill it with warm, light, easy, um, nourishing media, like you fill the engine. So oily, warm, energy producing, but not too complicated. So keep it simple and nourishing and warm, and take care of yourself. Then you will be uh, getting the best out of your vata nature. To make it easy to remember, I would say kapha is like an elephant. You have a strong, solid structure, calm and quiet. They have the energy. If you have seen elephant running, they can run very fast, but they don't. That's kapha. They're a little bit lazy. They're comfortable in their slow mode, and you have to actually cherish it. But don't get crossed with your limits, being eating a lot and not doing so much. That's not good. So maintain the right balance. Pitta is like a tiger. uh, Tiger is like always like athletic, like if they want they get it somehow, but they're not always like fighting. They wait for the moment when they attack, they really attack. They're not like easy to negotiate. They are like they get what they want. They don't really care about the others, and that calm but very composed, but it can be like too aggressive. That is Pitta in simple. Vata is like a deer, so always in alert. If they like move very quickly, very fast, but they can't keep running for too long. That's what you need to remember about Vata. So if you um, keep working too much because you feel like I'm light, I'm active, and they really like the move, if you overuse that, you will feel your body is breaking down without taking too long. So you really destroy the structure and functions too early. That is the base of three dosha. And then we have the concept dhatu, the tissues. Next to dosha, the next concept is dhatu. Dhatu we can simplify as tissues. We have blood, we have muscles, we have fat tissue, uh, like that. We have 7 dhatu. Rasa, the nourishing fluid that we absorb from the body. Rakta is the blood and the warm circulating media. Then mansa, the muscle tissue. Medas, the fat tissue. Um, all these things absorb nourishment from one after the other. Then we have, after medas, we have asti, the bone tissue. Majja, the bone marrow, and it is adipose tissue. Then shukra, the reproductive elements. These are the 7 tissues. So you eat your food, and that is what is going to nourish all the 7 dhatu, one after the other. First thing is rasa. It gets all the precious elements, and then it nourishes the blood, and blood nourishes after blood it nourishes the next tissue. So like that, reproductive tissues are at the end of the flow, and they get whatever is left. So if you want to nourish all the tissues, you need to oversee it and give more balanced and enough. You should not be giving too much of one nutrition, one thing. You should giving the wholesome meal, so your all the tissues will be nourished. Food is a very important concept because it is what's going to nourish the body, maintain, repair, growth, and the balance. If we can't produce enough elements that is necessary for the maintenance rejuvenation, you are not going to look healthy, you are not going to deeply maintained. That's why the digestion comes very important. If you go to Ayurveda practitioner, they will ask a lot of questions about digestion. In my practice, I have seen when I ask questions, people are actually not even aware about these things. They don't pay attention. Their food is quite different, like I would say more superficial. They do not think about what happens inside the body. They think the food and its description and the nutrition value, and you don't think if it is good for me, is this compatible for me. That's not something that they have been concerned about. So digestion is a very good, very important and very effective mechanism. When we say Agni, that people say digestion, but Agni, there are 13 Agnis. Agni means digestion and metabolism both. It's not just one thing. So starting from the Jataragni, the digestion that works in the stomach, and the initial, the beginning one, which is the most important one. Then there we have Saptadhatu Agni. We talked about Dhatu. So each Dhatu has their own Agni that helps with the metabolism and deliver the nourishment to the next level. And then next concept is the Mala. So we have Agni that's working there, creating and expelling the excreta like waste products. So digestion and metabolism works in a more wholesome approach in the body. So everywhere, it's Agni is everywhere. It's not in the digestive system, but the major part of the Agni works in the digestion. So it's very important to maintain your food. Relation to food, we'll talk after this basic description. uh, what you eat, you become. That is simple as that. So you need to know what is good for me, what should I be giving to myself, and what simply like ask the question what I want to be, health wise or physical wise. And then the next thing is mala, waste products. We have three basic mala: urine, stool, and sweat. So if you go to Ayurveda practitioner, again, you will be asked a lot of questions about urine, stool, and the frequency, nature, how you feel after you have the bowel movement, regularity. Normally people pay attention to constipation and bloating, but beyond that they don't pay attention how it looks like, how you feel after, and the sweat. Sweat is like a thing that you don't want to have, like how to stop sweating. That is a major concern, especially if you're living in a hot climate. It can come as a disturbance, but it's one major mechanism happening in the body, and you should never stop it. You have to let it go out, otherwise you are like closing one waste expelling like pathway that the body is expelling your waste products. So if you want to if you're disturbed with the sweating, you need to maintain it. You need to have a healthier way of perspiration. If you have odor, that's some imbalance. It's not natural. So you need to work on the odor, and otherwise don't disturb it. Same way, all the three excreta. You should not be overdoing anything or holding any of the urges. Where when you feel like you need to go to bathroom, always give it time and pay attention to it, because holding the urge creates a lot of unnecessary pressure in the body, later makes so much complication. It could be simple retention of urine, or cystitis like inflammation or infection in the bladder. It could be a stone, it could be a tumor, it could be a cancer. So holding the natural urges can lead you to major complications. So never ever hold the urges, especially these three. Um, those are the dosha, dhatu, mala. So healthy person should have balanced state of dosha and well nourished state of dhatu and proper formed excreta, mala. And then say prasanna atma indriya mana, pleasant taste of atma, indriya, sensory organs, and mind. So atma is a more like a spiritual concept. We can say the self, yourself. When you deeply look into the self, you find we can simplify as atma. So how truly happy and how you feel deep inside yourself has to be pleasant. And your sensory organs, your vision, your hearing, everything, sensations should be pleasant and balanced. And the mind connects with the whole, every process, all the metabolic processes, hormone production, enzymes, and even your sensations are affected because the mind channels are connecting to the body, and it is affecting everywhere. We cannot really separate when it comes to health. Your mind influences the body, body influences the mind. They are twisted together, and we should not really try to differentiate uh, what is more important or what is taking over which. We can just maintain both. Be concerned about your mind. Every day ask simple question, how am I feeling today? If you are feeling down, if you are feeling angry, if you are feeling jealous, if you are feeling low, if you are feeling super high and excited and happy, all these things are human emotions. There's nothing wrong with it. You just have to be aware that today I'm a little bit angry. That program didn't work well today, so I'm frustrated and I'm more likely to take it over from whoever I meet today. So you need to be aware that I'm sad today. I'm emotional today because it was uh, something emotionally sensitive to you happened recently, and next 2 days or maybe longer you are affected by it. But you should not let your words, your thoughts, your actions affect others because your inside your mind is little bit unstable. If you pay attention, you will know. When you know, you can control. You can control your actions, your words, your thoughts. Then you control simply everything. Feeling emotions is normal, but holding on to emotions or carrying on with the thought processing, it's not the right thing to do. So when you feel emotional, accept it. Okay, I'm like this, so now I need to step out of it. So otherwise, feeling downward emotions might affect slowing down your digestion, metabolism, all the mechanisms happening in the body. If you're feeling too active and angry, and aggressiveness can damage by too much heat. It will damage the liver, it might damage other organs in the body, it will affect the heart. So you need to know all the emotions that they arise inside you, and all the mental imbalances. You have the ability to balance it there. So you don't need to really continue. If you're aware, it will be okay. So these are the aspects of health. And why we are bringing it to the concept of routine, because the key to balance, how do you maintain all these things, dosha, dhatu, mala, and the mind and the sensory organs? Might look like quite complicated, but it is not. If you follow the routine, wherever you are, you might be perfectly healthy and your life is going well and everything is perfect. Still you can follow the routine and maintain that is, which is one main objective of Ayurveda. Swasthasya swastharakshanam is maintaining the good health of the healthy person. It is the first mentioned objective of Ayurveda. The second one is aturasya roganu, means healing or creating the balance of imbalanced or sick person. So for wherever you are, you might be perfectly healthy, you might be critically ill. If you are somewhere in between, you can always use the concept of routine because it brings the structure. There are a lot of mechanisms happening in the body, starting from the breathing to eliminating your excreta, growth of your nail, hair follicles, acne. Everything is the outcome of certain mechanism. There's a process and they are linked to each other. If you structure, if you give more discipline to the body and mind and all the spirituality, they come together and bring you more balanced, more elevated state of yourself. So start from wherever you are today, and it will be a journey. If you are unwell, if your digestion is not good, if you have certain imbalance, hormonal imbalance, you are having some pain, you are having some mental instability, you are depressed, you are anxious, you are worried, you are angry, you can't let go, all these things are imbalances. So when you start the routine, you will know. And then if you have certain imbalance, diabetes, arthritis, all these mental imbalances I mentioned, it's ideal to consult a doctor, because there are more than the routine and food. There are medicine, there are the techniques, we have to do counseling, we have to guide you through the deeper level of imbalances and make you overcome all these challenges. It is not easy, it can be difficult, but it is possible. So that's the concept. But to begin with routine, you will feel like 100 steps ahead of where you are now, without medicine or without anything else. That's why the routine is that important. So starting from the time you waking up till you go to bed, all the important things are aligned with the time, but is best to be done. That is our simple routine. uh, so wake up before sunrise, we say Brahma Muhurta, and before like 96 minutes before sunrise is the ideal time. This has to be, the routine has to be adjusted to the person, where you live, what you do, what kind of work you do, what are your requirements of life. Like if you have an infant, you can't really stick to the routine, but you can fix up certain things. That is still possible with all these challenges and obstacles. I'm explaining the very superficial layers of the general routine. If you want to specify your own routine, you can consult a Ayurvedic practitioner or a life coach. You will get more deep instructions about what is the best routine for you. Then you have to wash your face and brush your teeth, clean your tongue, do some gargling, and then evacuate your bowels whenever you have the sensation. You shouldn't force it either. You shouldn't hold it, you shouldn't force it. So if you wake up, next thing is better to evacuate, but if you don't have the sensation, continue with the rest of the routine until you feel it. When you follow the routine, you will see it's getting more regular. Because digestive problems and constipation, irregularity is a common thing nowadays. If you do the routine, you are helping your body rhythms to be aligned with a nice time, and also Ayurvedic routine is aligned with the natural rhythms. So you are getting more connectivity with the nature, because I think nowadays we are forgetting that we are a natural creature. We try to separate us from the rest of the natural creatures. If you pay simple attention, you will see all the animals know what to eat and what not to eat, and we don't know. We are still figuring it out. We have so many options and we are struggling. So we are like stepping away from nature, and then we are facing a lot of challenges because of the same reason. So if you try to connect more with the nature, you will see things becoming easier, and you will understand your body. Okay, this is me, my metabolism is like this thing I can digest, this I'm not really good at. So you either have to change that food item, or you have to increase your digestion and metabolism, that you are capable of digesting that. Lifestyle is also the same. So don't really follow any kind of fitness instruction or anything random without concerning that whether this goes with me or not, because you might not be have the capability. If you're a vata person, your fitness, you are acting, you like the move, but you're not that strong. So if you do too hard workouts, that will break down your vata. If you are kapha and if you do really light, that is not enough. So like that, you can't really be general. If you understand your body, simply following the routine, you will see, okay, my energy is best at this time of the day, so here I should be doing this activity. My mind is really imbalanced and I'm all over the place in the afternoon, so I can't meditate in the afternoon. Maybe I should go for a walk to bring more balance to my mind and body and bring my mind to a one point. Like that, you have to understand yourself and then align it nicely. But the most important things like sleep and eating, those things should be given priority. So eat on time, sleep on time, manage your portion, uh, figure out what are the compatible food. If you're healthy, you will have more option. If you have some health problems, you have to follow certain restrictions and go with a controlled food plan. If you want all this knowledge, you can reach a Ayurvedic practitioner. You will get full understanding and explanation about your metabolism and your digestion and what you need to improve and what you should be maintaining. And then we have to align our food simply with variety, portion and timing. If you are busy in the morning, you might likely skip your breakfast. If you're capable, like not feeling hungry, it can be coming from your previous day routine. Maybe you ate really late the dinner, or maybe a very big dinner, and your body is not really ready to have the next meal. But it is not the right way. It's like the other way around. First meal, breakfast, should be the richest meal, and dinner should be the lightest meal. You should not go to bed with a full stomach, or you should not be eating too late. So all the timing of Ayurveda routine is quite important. Food and sleep at least must be given the best priority concerning your health. Then applying a little bit of oil and doing massage, and having your spirituality given a certain time. Meditate in the morning, that would be amazing. I think everyone can do it. The time you can adjust. Maybe if you are super busy, if you're a mother with three children, you may not get enough time, but you can do 5 minutes. When you go to a bathroom, when you take a shower, you can do some meditation there. Meditation is not always requiring you sitting straight. It is finding the harmony and control of your mind. So practice, practice, practice whenever is possible. It could be your lunch break. You eat mindfully, that's meditation. So there are a lot of things we can fit in from this ancient knowledge to nowadays busy life. So it's hard to explain in one basic description. So always you can reach out to this knowledge by connecting with Ayurvedic practitioner. So that's how the routine connects the physical health, and it maintains the mental health also. After the waking up early morning and doing meditation early morning is really good, because the nature of the earth has more potential to help you to find more balance, and your chances of reaching higher levels of consciousness is higher in early morning than later in the any time of the day. The routine is aligned with the knowledge of what goes best at which time. Follow the routine, you will be supporting your body to align all the metabolic functions, and digestion and all the elimination, circulation will be facilitated by your routine. So you just make it easy for your body. More light, more organized, more balanced the body is, it takes the weight off from the mind of trying so hard to balance all these functions, and you will see your mind is also really light and relaxed. Then you can be focused more onto meditation. It's not taking your whole day. It just take more planning, more organizing, and the will to stick to the plan. Then you will see you have time, you have managed to follow the routine, and you will have more wholesome balance. Mind is linked to the body, and it can sometimes change everything. So it's very important, equally important as the physical body, to maintain your mind. In the modern society, we can see the physical appearance, even the health concerns, food comes like a main concern because of appearance, but the mental health is not coming that along with the physical health, because looks are important, how you appear in the society is important, but sometimes people are like wearing a mask. Inside their mind there's a lot of struggle and pain and suffering and depression, and no one really realize it until you see the person is totally collapsed, or like they get to a really bad level. It could be like suicidal level. So that's why it's very important. If you're a parent, if you're a partner, if you're a sibling, always try to figure out, starting with yourself, and help the others also, explain and helping with the importance of mental health, mental well-being, as well as the physical well-being. You will find more harmony. So physical body, it's maintenance, nourishment, digestion, and timing. And mental health comes with meditation, awareness, and giving time to accept your emotions and settle down with the emotions. It's equally important. These are the main health concerns in Ayurveda. Every little change that happens in the body is a sign. So if you are aware of the body mechanisms, you will be able to communicate. Otherwise, you do not understand what the body is trying to tell. That is the best advantage of following the routine. You get a best awareness about the body, you know your body, you know your mind. You know when you feel really so and achy, you have to be able to relate why. It is possible. It might not be possible that you do the advanced level of the diagnosis, like why I have diabetes, but you will be able to relate to the recent changes. And let's say starting from a lack of appetite. Why? If you can relate to why, your awareness about your body is good and your mind is good. It could be coming from something happened yesterday and you're upset about it, and today you don't have appetite. So you have to be able to relate. Even if you can't relate, you can try, but if you can't really figure out, at least help the body to deal with it. No appetite means don't eat too much. You have to light up your digestion, because the body is telling, today I can't really handle a lot of work here. I need to be busy with something else. It could be inflammation, it could be some blockage, it could be some digestive material that you make it too heavy for the body, and body is still working for it. So the awareness and the timing and the routine has a huge impact on how you understand your body and you maintain your health. Maintenance is the key to the longevity. And beyond this, we can help furthermore with deep cleansing mechanisms. Panchakarma cleansing, you help your body to deeply detoxify regularly. It could be once a year, it could be more if you need it. And doing panchakarma therapy and fasting, lightening, you need to it's very important that you consult a Ayurvedic practitioner even about fasting and changing your diet, because you can do it more meaningful way, and more in return you will get more benefits. And then we have rejuvenation programs to nourish your body and tissues, especially for healthy people. This could be really important thing. Once you have the good health, That's what you need to maintain. Maybe when you realize, okay, now I need to think about my health after I retire from my job, maybe what you have to maintain and your ability to nourish the deep tissues might have reduced from 50% or more. Because once your skin is good, once your hair is good, you have to start taking care of it, so you maintain it. The idea of slowing down the aging process, we cannot slow down the time, we can slow down the tissue aging process by facilitating detoxification and delivering good nourishment that is necessary for the nourishment of the tissues. You detoxify, you rejuvenate more effectively and regularly, so you will see your tissues are in good health and in good condition, and you maintain it regularly, and you will see your tissues are still in good condition. You may have seen that ancient secret of beauty, things like that. It's not that much of a secret. If you really pay attention, you will figure it out. So we are available, readily available here to provide you with knowledge and advice, and help you to find the balance and maintain the balance, live healthy and happy a long life. So I highly encourage you to find time to take care of yourself, and find time to be a friend to yourself. You will see a lot of things changing. That is the core concept of Ayurveda. You maintain your health, and if you are not well, you work on getting it right, starting from the simple beginning step as early as possible. I wish you good health and happiness. Everyone.